Hello, hello, beautiful souls. Happy Mystical Monday. How are you guys doing today? How are you? How are you guys? Happy Mystical Monday, everybody. Welcome, welcome. It's good to see you guys. Hello, Oz. Hello, Sky. Hello, Georgie. Hello, North. Hello, Blue. And hello to everybody else. How are we doing? I'm fantastic. What good news. Glad to hear it. Sorry to hear that you're so cold today, Sky. In a I'm sorry to say this, Sky, but it's actually feeling like spring here today in the south of the UK. Wiki, hello my lovely, how are you doing? Good to see you, my love. Haven't seen you in a while. It's been beautiful weather here today. I've been, wearing one hoodie outside instead of three. It's been lovely. I've had the windows open. It's been really, really nice. So I thought we would have some tropical jungle vibes today. Yes, it's been, have it, take my rubs. It's been really warm today, it's been lovely. Been a roller coaster, yes, so it has for the collective, really, Wiki. You're not alone there, my lovely. Blue, I don't know if you just got my message, my love. I've just sent you the link to your reading, my love. Just saying. I managed to get the video uploaded for you this morning, so thought I'd send you the link now rather than making you wait until after the stream. And on that note, I am still doing twin flame readings for £11, recorded and put up onto YouTube as a private video, so it's only you and I that have access to it. And I'm still doing those for £11 until the end of February. So if anyone that wants a reading, then let me know. I'm pretty booked up for this week, but I might be able to fit in a couple more, so I should be able to get links out to people within a couple of days, hopefully. Hopefully. Still need to get my butt outside for a walk, but I'll be back soon. Yes, go and enjoy the weather, my love. It's ever so mild out there. Well, it certainly is where I am. I know you're not too far away from me. Go and enjoy that beautiful fresh air. So, yes, let's just dive right in, shall we, to the collective energies for today, shall we? My delay is fixed, yay! Yeah, we've only got another 5 days of Mercury retrograde, so hopefully we're starting to feel the energies lift now. I say hopefully because I haven't really experienced Mercury retrograde vibes that much, not in the way that I normally would. And I know we were saying this yesterday. The ice has gone. Woo! Yeah, it has. Yeah, I was walking along the river this morning, and it's still a little bit frozen in areas. But the wind has died down. The rain has stopped. It's like really mild, and the birds are singing. It's beautiful out there. Yeah, as I was saying yesterday in yesterday's stream, Mercury retrograde. I think all the planetary movements and such are probably going to feel very, very different now that we're in this new energy We're in the new world now, since the great conjunction between Saturn and Jupiter on the 21st of December of last year. Things are very, very different. So I think we're also experiencing Mercury retrograde differently. Communication's still a little bit, excuse me, a little bit stunted. Excuse me, but generally speaking, it's not as severe as we've always experienced it. Well, that's just my take on it anyway. Blue, yes, hello my lovely. I don't know if you heard what I said just a second ago, but there's a linky link waiting for you in DMs and Discord. Didn't want to make you wait until after the stream, so I sent you the link now. I hope it serves you well, my lovely. Yeah, Oz, I thought we would just have something a bit different, you know. So we're listening to jungle sounds. Yeah, Sky. Yeah, it's a lot more subtle, definitely. I think we're probably experiencing it to the same degree, but we haven't figured out how it's different yet, you know? Payday, yeah. Yeah, you know, I think this whole year really, we're going to be experiencing things very differently. I already experienced the new moon very differently. The new moon that we just had in Aquarius. Normally it's a full moon that I really struggle to sleep and I just feel a bit off and I'm eating a lot of food, but the new moon I was actually experiencing it very much like I would experience a full moon. So I think now, like I say, since the Great Conjunction, hello Bing, and energies have changed and shifted out and are now, you know, wholly different. I was binging. Wired. You paying homage to Bing there. Yeah, I think even the moon cycle is going to feel very different. Oh, binging. Right. Right. For sure. Yeah. I mean, let's just have a very quick look and see what's going on with the lunar calendar for the rest of the year. Let's see what we got in store. Right, so the next full moon is on the 27th. So Mercury comes out of retrograde on the 20th of February. Full moon in Virgo, Saturday the 27th. So we're going to be looking at, oh, that's really interesting, you know, because all the readings that I've done lately for you guys has given me a lot of insight as to where the collective is, and aside from the readings that we do on a Monday, which we're going to do one in a moment, it's given me a lot of insights to what the collective's doing inwardly, outwardly, and totally makes sense to me how we're all in alignment with this full moon coming in Virgo, because Virgo is a very introspective sign. It's an earth sign, and looks at the inner journey. It's almost reaching steadfastness within oneself, but then we've got a full moon to accompany that sign. So this kind of tells me that many of you who may be indulging in an inner journey at the moment, oh, dread, it's doing something strange. Yeah, the inner journey that we're all going through at the moment, whether it's conscious or not, it's going to come to a close. And then we have a new moon. What's the next new moon in March? New moon in Pisces on the 13th. Right, which is going to give way then to a new perspective when it comes to emotion. Interesting, really interesting, isn't it? The new moon is going to begin in Pisces, but it's quickly going to change to Aries, being a fire sign. So I can see that for March, middle of March. The collective definitely being on track to begin experiencing emotions in a different way, and for this kind of fiery energy to be following it. Just all coming out, but are you doing, Alice? I am doing, yes, I'm good. Lost a lot of energy, especially after this mysterious illness, which I've been trying to find out with the doctors. Also mental, being a mess too. It's probably why you're not feeling well, my love. When you're not right in here, your body's going to become unwell. You find a way to balance yourself emotionally, and your body will then be free to heal itself. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and tell you to stop going to the doctors and stuff. Like, you do what you feel is the right thing to do. But, you know, since I've been emotionally balanced within myself, I haven't gotten sick. Colds and flu and whatever, like I had COVID before lockdown, you know, that's different, right? We're talking about viruses and things. But becoming, like, your body having some sort of mystery illness, aches and pains, I was going to say dicky tummy, that's an English expression, you know, just generally feeling under the weather and unwell, unhappy gut, headaches, did I say aches and stuff? Rains, thank you so much for 8 months. I super appreciate that, my lovely, thank you. How are you today? Good to see you. Excuse me. Yeah, so, you know, this is how your body complains when your energy is out of balance and out of sync. Excuse me. Even in the last few weeks of raising my vibrations, my back hasn't hurt as much. There you go. There you go. Your body will complain when your energy is out of sync. When your energy is not balanced, your body will have something to say about that, because your body is housing it. So if you're not right in here, you're not going to be right anywhere else, are you? But yeah, so middle of March, there's going to be a lot of fiery, passionate energy floating around, up for grabs. As long as we're doing the work, right? You're not going to experience this stuff so much. If it's lovely how I'm noticing a wonderful cadence here. Looking through my diary at what the lunar cycles are doing. I just don't know what I'm going to do. Wiki, do you want a reading? Like, that might give you a little bit of direction, you know? If you fancy a reading, just the office there. If you fancy a reading, message me on Discord. I'm more than happy to do your private reading. I think that might set you in the right direction. But failing that, meditate, my love. Meditate. Start taking better care of yourself. Stop indulging in stuff that doesn't serve you, you know? Stop, I don't know what you're doing, right, or what you're not doing, but stop taking drugs, stop drinking alcohol, right? Deep fucking cleanse. Start getting up at a reasonable time in the morning. Make sure that you're getting a solid 7 hours worth of sleep at night. Stop. I can hear Aurora being like, stop fucking around. Right? Start taking care of yourself, okay? You're feeling crap because you're not taking care of yourself. Again, I don't know what it is that you're doing. Maybe you're eating a shit ton of chocolate and you're not eating properly. It could be something very simple like this. You know, that little voice that's going, oh, everything's going wrong, right? Tell it to shut the fuck up and start putting a game plan together. Start thinking to yourself, what do I want? What do I want? It could be something very small, like I want to work a job that going, yeah, right? Because when she sees someone in need of guidance, that's what she's there for. She'll step up and help me to translate light language. And Wiki, I don't mean any harm by this, my love, but you need it. You need the help. You need telling, right? So if you, entirely up to you. If you want a reading, all of this stuff will come out. But if you don't and you want to forge your own path, absolutely, right? Start taking better care of yourself. You don't feel well because you're not taking care of yourself. And that's not just taking care of your body, but it's a great place to start. Because when you start taking care of your body, you start to respect and have more compassion for yourself as a soul and as energy, as you. And then it's a lot easier to please yourself in the long run. So get some fresh air every day, drink lots of water, stop doing drugs and drinking alcohol. It doesn't have to be forever, it's just to have a little detox and a cleanse, right, for like a month. It's in the grand scheme of your life, a month is fucking nothing, right? It's a drop in the ocean. And it's a great place to start, as I say. Make sure you're getting enough sleep, get up at a decent time in the morning, set your alarm and get up at like 10 o'clock at the latest, 10 a.m. And make sure you're in bed before midnight. Right? I don't care if you're led there staring at the ceiling for fucking 8 hours. You're in bed, right? And it's brain training. About you for taking contact. Yeah. Do it, right? You know where I am. There's no excuse. You know where I am. Message me and we'll set up a reading, okay? I started trying to put on my favourite dance music and dancing in my room for at least 10 minutes a day. It's done wonders. Right, yeah, because you're getting your body moving and you're doing something fun. I seem to remember, I think I said this, didn't I, before, was have a little dance, right? Have a little dance around the room, right? I do that. And, you know, someone might walk in and be like, what the fuck are you doing? You can be like, fuck off, I'm having fun. Don't you fucking judge me. Come dance with me, right? What song do you want to listen to? Let's have a little dance. Yeah, exactly, and a good laugh, right? Watching shit that makes you laugh. So Wiki, start taking better care of yourself, okay? Right, so I'm noticing a pattern, okay? So the end of February, the 27th, we've got full moon in Virgo, right? So this is completion of something that we're doing for ourselves in the inner world. Then we have new moon on the 13th of March. New moon in Pisces that swiftly swaps sign to Aries. So this shows me that the collective will be discovering new emotions, and then Aries is going to bring those ideas and that fiery ambition. And then we have a full moon in Libra. It's a full worm moon in Libra on the 28th of March, so the end of March. All of that fiery Aries new moon energy that we then experienced a couple of weeks ago will start to balance itself in March. Then what? We might, I don't think we'll sit here and go through the entire year, but I'm just really interested now. And then on the 12th of April we've got new moon in Aries, which swiftly turns to Taurus. So look how that lovely fiery ideas, creative kind of energy and emotion is going to be balanced with the full moon in Libra, and then it's back into Aries again. So then that's another propulsion forward, right? And then Taurus, we're looking at earth. We're looking at earth vibes, establishing something, right, establishing something in the physical that's very steadfast and balanced, but very optimistic and Leo-ish. Okay, it's Aries, but you know, I'm seeing like lots of sunshine, you know, sort of energy, and we're in spring then, right? We're looking at the 12th of April. We're in spring, so I can really see just from the lunar cycles how this is mapping out to help me word this, Aurora. Yes, energetic cycles, right? Energetic cycles. We're on the brink of one now. Hello, Earth. Hey, how are you doing, my love? Yes, we're looking at energetic cycles, right? So I don't know if you guys remember me saying last year that I couldn't see any further ahead than February, like late February, because that was the end of an energetic cycle, right? The full moon, I've got many pages open, the full moon on the 27th of February, that's going to mark the end of this energetic cycle, and the next cycle is going to take us through to May, I want to say. May. And that cycle is starting to lay in a bit more of a foundation within the physical for ourselves, or at least thinking about it. Thinking about what we want, because in this cycle that we're currently in, until the end of this month, until the end of February, we've been figuring stuff out for ourselves in the inner world. We've been we've gone within so we can rebalance within these new energies that were brought forth by the Great Conjunction back in December. And look at that, on the 27th of April, right, I just said May, so at the end of April, not only is it a full moon in Scorpio, but it's also a super moon, so it's going to, the moon's going to be fucking gigantic, because it's a lot closer to the Earth, and also Pluto goes retrograde until October 2nd, in Capricorn. I'm going to need to look that up for some more information because I'm not too familiar with Pluto and his traits, or her traits. Pluto, I feel, is a masculine energy. But we've got full moon in Scorpio, so there's more emotional energy. But Scorpio's emotional, but they know how they feel. There's no room for, well, maybe you feel this way, and they're like, no, I feel this way, and I'm very aware of that. So Scorpio is very steadfast in their emotions. They're very in tune with them. So it looks like, you know, for the end of this energetic cycle, and hence the beginning of the next one, as a collective, we're going to be very, very steadfast in our emotions. We're going to know exactly what's up. So on from that, we've then got the 5-5 portal on the 5th of May. Obviously, we've got the 3-3 portal in March, the 4-4 portal in April, the 5-5 in May, the 6-6 in June, and so on. On the 11th of May, we've got new moon in Taurus. So I can see for the collective, excuse me, we're definitely starting to lay in a foundation in the physical, or at least thinking about it. 23rd of May, Saturn retrograde Aquarius. What an interesting combination. Until October 11. And then we have another supermoon in May. So we've got two full supermoons in a row. I mean, that's nuts, right? And it's also a total lunar eclipse, a full moon in Sagittarius, more fire energy. There's a lot of fire and earth going on for this year. I'm glad I'm doing this actually, because I've not looked through I've not looked through, I've written it all down for the year, but I didn't really collate the data, you know. Then we've got the 6-6 portal in June. Then a new moon in Gemini, which is a solar eclipse, that's in the middle of June. And so on. I don't know if it's worth continuing. Jupiter retrograde Pisces on the 20th of June until October 18. Yeah, I could keep going, but I'm not going to. So I feel this next phase then is going to take us through till May. So us here in the Cosmos Collective, you know, we'll concern ourselves with that. I don't think we'll... There's no point, I don't feel, in digging into the energy for anything beyond that, because we're not there yet. But those two supermoons in a row, April, May, that's the end of May. The whole of May is going to be extremely significant energetically. I'm not sure how just yet, but I will keep you posted. I will let you know when I know. But something very significant is going to go down in May. And again, energetically, I don't read stuff and things, as you know. I read energy. There's a solar eclipse this year, and there's 2 lunar eclipses this year. One of them's a full, a total lunar eclipse, and the other one's a partial lunar eclipse. I forget when it is. I think it's later on in the year. I mean, we have a solar eclipse every year, and we have a lunar eclipse every year, but we've got 2 this year. Yeah, by all means, North. I mean, of course, this stream, this VOD will go up on YouTube. Say hi to YouTube, everybody. So we can always make a note of which stream it was, and we can look back on it at some point. So let's have a look then at what the energy's doing right now. Let's see what we got. We're now, because now we know, right? We're approaching the end of a... Excuse me, I'm so sorry. We're approaching the end of an energetic phase. So, you know, what's going on with that? What do we need to do to make sure we can close out that cycle for ourselves individually? Yep, reaching the end, right? We're breaching out of this... don't know if it's even worth saying old energy anymore. I feel like we're not in the old world anymore. We're definitely 2 feet planted firmly within the new energy now. It's maybe I've been falling out. I should be getting back again. I did get tarot cards for Christmas. I haven't had energy to do anything about it. You just haven't been ready, my love. There's nothing wrong with that. You've been preoccupied with other stuff and things. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But yeah, it's time to get back on the wagon. Definitely. Your body's starting to complain. That means there's something really wrong, and it's been really wrong for a while, for too long. Your body only complains when you've been not right for a long time. Then your body starts to go, oh, for fuck's sake, can you please just fucking sort this out? You know? There's nowhere to go from there. Once your body gets sick, it will just continue to get sicker and sicker and sicker. I'm not trying to frighten you, I'm just being honest, right? So it's time for you to get back on the wagon. If your body's sick, then you know something's really fucking wrong and it's been wrong for a while. Time to fix, right? Time to put it right. Time to rebalance it. Yeah, get your cards out. Meditate. Do all the things I said to you earlier, right? I'm going to be fucking Mommy Alice right now, okay? Start taking better care of yourself, because you haven't been, my love. And it's only you that can do it, right? And you don't need someone standing at your shoulder spotting you this whole time. You don't need that. You can do this for yourself. You're fully capable of that. You just need to have the will, right? And I feel that you haven't had the will, and you need to ask yourself why that is. Why have you given up? Now, the fact that you're here today tells me that you're fed up with giving up. You gave up for a while, but now you're like, nah, enough is enough. I want to sort this out now. I'm going to go and sit in Alice's stream, right? Because you know when you come here, I'm just going to fucking tell you how it is. That's why people come here. Because I don't bullshit people. And I just tell you exactly how it is. So, think about that, right? Whether it was a conscious thing or not, you came here today so that I could tell you what for, right? And now I'm doing it. So hopefully that's going to snap you into like, oh shit, like, yeah, I need to take better care of myself. It's not about me being right, okay? I don't care if I'm right or not or whatever, right? I don't care about any of that stuff. I care about you. And I want you to care about you. And you haven't. You haven't been caring about yourself. And I want you to care about yourself. I want for you to want to care about yourself, So just the fact that you're here tells me that you want to give a shit about yourself. You want to. But maybe you don't know how. So I'm telling you how, right? Take better care of yourself physically. And the rest will just come. So, this is you energetically saying, time to fix this shit. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is. Aren't you like a mom most of the time? Depends on how you guys want to look at me, I suppose. I mean, sometimes I feel a bit like a mom when I do things like I just did with Wiki, right? I'm like, right, I'm going to mother you for a minute, okay? This is what you need to do. It depends on how you view me, I guess. I don't care. I'm just gonna give you the fucking information. You do with it what you will. Very much unlike a mother, I'm not gonna pester you until you get the work done, right? I'm just gonna tell you once. It's up to you whether you're gonna do it or not, right? It's got nothing to do with me whether you take my advice or not. Whereas a mother will be like, you still haven't done that thing, and she'll like get on your back about it. I'm not going to do that. I'm just not going to do that. Screenshot the whale. Yeah, right, because the whale became our collective spirit animal for a while, and I guess the fact that she's back tells me that she still is. So screenshot the whale, everybody. Wait. There we go. Screenshot the whale, everyone. More of an older sister vibe, yeah. Like, fucking sort it out, otherwise I'll tell Mum. I'll tell Aurora that you're not fucking taking care of yourselves. She'll learn you. Screenshot the whale, everyone. Okay, breach. So we're in this breach energy. Cycle and phase is definitely coming to an end. Come on, camera. Yes, there we go. Oh, thank you, Earth. Yeah, I've got them done in like opposites. Just to mess with your eyes. If you come back with the same problems, we'll definitely point it out again. We will. That's what we're here for. Yes, we're breaching. So, whale, spirit animal, whales are the keepers of the what's it called? The Akashic records, right? They're like librarians. They're like Earth librarians. They hold all the wisdom of the planet, of the history of the planet, and of this plane of existence. And the whale also reminds us that even though they are experiencing incredible pressure from the ocean, from the water, they dive very deep, and they hold their breath to do that, and they experience all of that pressure, they always come to the surface to breathe. They come to the surface to relieve the pressure. So they remind us to take a breath every once in a while, just to stop, come back up to the surface. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I ate the biggest bowl of pasta in the world before I started streaming. It's taking its toll on my stomach now. Okay, so we're definitely breaching out of this this energy. Oh, pasta. Yeah, it was really good. And we've also got ceremony invocation. So, I mean, paired together, this shows us that, again, for the collective, we're starting to manifest in a different way within the physical. I'm being told to talk about Kundalini energy. Join my OnlyFans, right? You're just getting the short version today, I'm afraid. Join my OnlyFans if you're interested in Kundalini energy and how you can use it to manifest things. I've been using it personally to manifest things, and I shit you not, I will expend Kundalini energy, and the following day the thing that I chose to manifest shows up. No word of a lie. The following day, right? It is the most powerful means of manifesting things within the physical reality that I have ever laid my hands on. And even though I'm well versed in it and I understand it implicitly, it still fucking surprises me. It just how fast it is, right? And us being human and being mortal right now, we're all about time, aren't we? We're all about not waiting for stuff, right? So if you're impatient, I stopped myself there because I was about to be a bit rude, but I'm going to go ahead because Aurora's just gone, no, you can word it that way. If you're an impatient little shitbag, right, and you want to manifest something today, tomorrow, right, join my OnlyFans and I'll show you how to do it. Well, maybe well, I won't show you, but I'll tell you. Wiki, thank you so much for the resub, my lovely. Thank you for 3 months. 3, universal number of manifestation, right? We were just talking about it. Enjoy your 3-month badge, my lovely. You've graduated to a 3-month badge. Thank you so much. Super appreciate it, my love. So, right, we are breaching into this new way. Thank you, Oz. Into this new way of manifesting, because as a collective we are experiencing, or have been experiencing, a Kundalini activation. So get yourself over to OnlyFans. Oz has posted the link to the Discord. If you're watching here on YouTube, all the links are down below. You won't find an OnlyFans link for obvious reasons. Although there is no porn on my OnlyFans, no nips, no vajayjay, it's a personal rule. You will not find the link because obviously a lot of people use it for porn. You will find the link, however, in the Discord. So YouTubers down below, in the chat for Twitch, go and get yourself in the Discord if you're not in there already. Come join the central hub for the Cosmos Collective, and you will find the link for OnlyFans in the Discord. Come join us. We have live streams over there where we talk about all of this stuff, because we can't talk about it really anywhere else, because it conflicts with TOS, because of all the precious snowflakes that are out on the internet. Right, manifestation, the cosmos, creativity and vastness. I think as a collective we're really starting to understand that there is the entire cosmos, we have it at our fingertips. Just because we're human and we can't necessarily see it and experience it 100% of the time doesn't mean that we can't, right? Just because you haven't had it doesn't mean that you can't have it, right? And I think this whole mentality is sort of washing over the collective now. Just because there's something that you desire, just because you haven't had it doesn't mean you can't have it. I'm just hearing that phrase over and over. The collective is really beginning to understand this now. Makes sense, doesn't it? Because we're at the end of this energetic phase. We're going to move into the next one with all these beautiful new and full moons that are going to lead us into manifesting our ideal reality. We need to understand that first before we can start doing it, right? Right. Interesting. Okay, so we've got the Shadow Queen. Acquiring knowledge, insecurity and manipulation. Right. Didn't I just say we need to sort of realise it first before we can do it, right? This is the acquiring knowledge bit, but we've got the Shadow Queen, divine feminine energy, and a queen, right? So we're at the top of the hierarchy here. We're not looking at a princess or a girl or whatever, right? This is a queen, okay? She's at the top of the food chain, as it were, when it comes to divine feminine energy. But the Shadow Queen, she hides herself. God, this is a really strong channel. Insecurity, manipulation. Right, there's a lot of us within the collective. I'm being told that in particular the females in the collective, the divine feminines within the collective, doesn't mean that you masculines are excluded, because some of you too, but mostly the women, right? Mostly the feminines are it's kind of like they're in denial. They're not. Oh God, that makes so much sense, you guys. So much sense. Right, I've been doing a lot of twin flame readings. I normally offer twin flame readings, but I've been doing them on the cheap for the whole of February, which, by the way, if any of you want a twin flame reading, they're only £11 until the end of February. Hit me up on Discord. Just slide into my DMs if you'd like a twin flame reading, and I can get that done for you by the end of the month. But I've noticed, I've noticed that the twin flame readings that I've done for the whole of my career thus far, the feminines have been leading the masculines. They've been in charge. They've been ahead. They've been guiding the masculines. Whether the masculine and the feminines are in each other's lives or not, it doesn't matter, because the the energy is connected between them. So when it comes to twin flame dynamics, the feminines have been leading the masculine collective. They've been ahead. They've been forging the road, and the masculines have been following. In their own way. That's not because the masculines have been too weak to figure it out for themselves. That's not the case at all. It's just the nature of things, that there's masculine energy and there's feminine energy. And you can't both lead. One will lead and one will follow. But I've noticed that since the Great Conjunction, and certainly over this month, now that I've been doing a lot more of them, twin flame readings that is, I've noticed that for a vast majority of those readings, they've switched. The masculines have been leading the feminines. It's been the other way around, and I've not really seen much of that. I've seen that before, but generally as a collective, the feminines lead the masculines. Now it's the other way around. Now the masculines are leading the feminines. There was a divine feminine energy or spirit in my candle yesterday listening to your twin flame talk. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, so the masculines are now leading the feminines. This makes fucking sense to me, right? The feminines are in denial, right? Girls, wake the fuck up, okay? You're not doing yourself any favours by holding on to the past. This is why she's a queen, right? She's fucking good at what she does. And in this case, it's not a good thing at all. I was thinking earlier the masculines were leading. Right, so you're in tune, right, North? You're in tune with the collective. Right, the feminines are in denial. Why? I want to know why. Why are they doing that? They're holding on to the past, right? They're holding on to the old ways. I mean, is it through fear of the unknown? I can't do this. I'm just a frail woman. I can't figure this out for myself. I need my man. Like, is that what this is all about? I can't possibly forge my own path in this brave new world. Is that what it is? I feel like it is. I feel like it is. Council of Light, Divine Orchestration, Helpers in the Subtle Realms. Okay, girls. Okay, rest assured that your guides and your ancestors and all that beautiful stuff, they're behind you 100%, right? You don't need no man, okay? Having a bloke around is very helpful, sure, but you don't need him, all right? You don't need him, right? I hate to sound like a feminist because I'm very much not a feminist, okay? I just want to be clear on that. Really not. We're all the same. A body's a body, and it doesn't fucking matter to me. But energy is energy, and that's the only thing that does matter to me. Not males, masculines. The divine masculine energy is leading the divine feminine energy right now, and I think that's why. Because the feminines, for some reason, are getting really insecure. The feminines are getting really insecure about this new reality that we're in. Not feeling strong enough to forge a new path. And I'm telling you, right? Feminines out there listening to this right now, you can do this, right? The masculines can't do what they do without you. It's the same the other way around, but you know that phrase, as above, so below? As above is feminine, and so below is masculine. Masculines are rooted in the physical, and the feminines are rooted in the spiritual and the energetic. And the masculines can't do anything in the physical if the feminines haven't first yet had the idea and then given it to the masculine. And in much the same way, the feminine can't have the idea if she doesn't have a masculine to realise it for her. That's how the energy works together. It's like you can't have light without dark. You can't have dark without light, right? It's the same thing. It's yin and yang. They work in perfect harmony and unison with one another, right? So feminines, I'm just going to be totally blunt, right? I know I'm being really cutthroat today, but I feel like it's required. Girls, stop being fucking pussies, right? You can do this. Of course you can fucking do this. You are divine feminine. You are queens of your reality. And yes, the masculines are required, just as the feminines are required. But you don't need a masculine to lead you into knowing yourself. You can do this for yourself, right? This message coming the day after Valentine's Day. Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah. I know. I mean, I think you were here yesterday, weren't you? For Valentine's Day, right? For Love Day. The commercialism of it is disgusting, and you know, it's not just about couples for me. What are you looking at? Hey, my lovely, how you doing? Can I ask, do you believe in free will? Of course, there's no belief. We have free will, absolutely. Of course we do. Of course we do. And that's what gets us into trouble, right? Because we choose to exercise our free will, and then we generally fuck ourselves over. Because when we're exercising our free will, we're not really paying attention to the divine. It's multifaceted in the way that I see it, anyway. So there's no destiny. Of course there is, right? The divine maps things out for us, whilst we're here, because we've forgotten. Okay, to put it in very linear terms, when we're a soul in the divine, before we've been born as a human or an animal or a plant or a tree or whatever, we put together what we like to refer to as a soul contract. There is destiny too. We put together what we refer to as a soul contract, which is kind of a checklist of things that we want to learn whilst we are human, the way in which we want to advance our soul, right? Then we are born, and we forget about that soul contract, we forget where we came from, we forget we're souls. Worse yet, we're born into a world that deliberately is structured to maintain that amnesia. We're not taught in schools, this stuff. We have to figure it out for ourselves, right? Without going into a whole thing, the amnesia continues, and the divine lays out things like, we can use tools like tarot cards and oracle cards and things to try and remind ourselves of what it is that we're meant to be doing. The lunar cycles guide us. Looking at astrology and your astrological birth chart, and all, there's so many things that we use here in this physical reality to help us to keep on track with our soul contracts individually. Our spirit guides are part of our soul family. I'm not going to go into all of that, like what all that means, but right, so you can say that your destiny is the thing that you decided upon, that you were going to learn, how you were going to advance your soul before you came here to this physical reality. That's your destiny, right? It's got nothing to do with the physical reality at all. The physical isn't really real. The only thing that's real is how you feel in any given moment. It's your experience, it's your perception of any situation or experience. That's the only thing that's really truly real. So yeah, you're welcome. I hope that makes sense to you. I hope that explains it. Short and sweet. So there is that you could refer to that as being your destiny, right? But we do have free will, of course we do. We're not robots. We're not bound by anything. We have the freedom to do as we please. And when we don't keep track of these synchronicities and lunar cycles and the signs and the messages and things that we receive from the divine whilst we're here, we go off track, and a lot of people become very unhappy because of that, because you're not advancing your soul. You're pleasing yourself in any given moment. I mean, it's not really yourself, you're pleasing your ego. And that's exercising free will. That's a negative way of exercising free will. A positive way of exercising free will, for example, I'm very aware of what's in my soul contract. I'm not going to necessarily share it with the collective because it's only my business and mine alone, but I exercise my free will in the gist, let's say, of one of those items is to help to elevate the people around me. So I exercise my free will by choosing, I can do that in any way I see fit. I choose to do it by streaming on Twitch and doing readings and talking about the stuff that we're talking about right now, by sharing the knowledge and information that I have. That's me exercising my free will. There's a million other ways I could do that. I could fulfill that part of my contract. So I'm following destiny and free will at the same time, you see. And it pleases me, right? It pleases me, and it fulfills all of these things at the same time. So, yeah, there is free will. Yes, there is destiny. It's all the same. Well, it's not the same thing, but you can exercise them both at the same time, is my point. Yeah, Bing. Yeah, that's a good way of looking at it. Right, so feminines, alright. I hope this makes sense. I know I'm talking at 100 miles an hour because I'm trying to repeat what Aurora's saying. I'm trying to translate light code and I'm trying not to miss anything. So, ladies, right, have more faith in yourself. Let's see how that can even be done. Did I put that card back? I didn't mean to do that. If I did, yeah. Help us in the subtle realms. Right, yes. We're receiving guidance. It pleases me as well. Good. Good. Excuse me. And again. Yes, we're receiving guidance from our guides. Ladies, pay attention, okay? Have more faith in yourself. Stop looking to the masculines for help. Their energy will just... The masculine energy will guide the feminine energy whether you're looking at it or not. It's just always there in guidance, just as it is the other way around. But deliberately hiding away and saying to yourself, I can't do this, is just not... It's not cool, you know. It's not the way forward. Beautiful. Trust Moonology to give us something very direct and straightforward, right? Okay, so again we're looking at the I know I'm just sort of singling out the feminines there, but now we're looking back at the collective. Fixed moon, hold your vision. I can't even hold these properly. Hold your vision. And full moon eclipse. Conclusions are within reach. Now I was just talking about full moon eclipse in the month of April. Wait for it. Yeah. No. Supermoon. When was the eclipse? Am I just getting confused now? Because we did look quite far ahead, didn't we? No. Oh no, sorry, it wasn't April, it was May. Supermoon, total lunar eclipse, full moon, Sagittarius. Conclusions are within reach. Wednesday, 26th. Mark that in your diaries, guys. The 26th of May. Conclusions are within reach, full moon eclipse. Okay, I know this is what this is speaking about. It's being very, very direct. Big changes in May. Didn't I say that earlier? Big changes in May in the physical reality. I can't type it. Can someone type it? May 26, supermoon. I'm just going to let somebody type this in the chat because my keyboard, I can't get to it right now. Supermoon, a total lunar eclipse, full moon in Sagittarius. Thank you, Oz. May 26 supermoon, total lunar eclipse, full moon in Sagittarius. Right, guys, mark it in your diaries, okay, and expect great things for that. Not necessarily on the spot that date, but leading up to it and following it. Thank you, Oz. Super appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Mark it in your diaries, guys. You can expect it, right? Whatever it is, right, holding your vision, whatever the vision is that you're holding, you can expect it to come off around that time. So it's interesting, isn't it, how readings have really changed a lot over the last few months. The way that we do readings over here, the way that I read, even. And a few months ago I was saying I'm not going to read future energy because it's not relevant. but now we're reading future energy. We're reading like deep future energy. It's not even for the week ahead. This is just like whatever is relevant, we will read it. And I feel, looking at this, I'm sorry you guys can't see it because I don't have my tarot cam, but looking at the spread now that all these cards that we've pulled for this reading, makes sense to me that we would be shown this far ahead into the future, because it means we can prepare for it. The more you do readings, the more detailed they become. Are you talking to me, Sky? And yes, you're right. Oh, 1 hour 11. Yeah. I decided to pull a card out. 3 came out. Nice. Don't usually pull cards during stream, but lately it's helped me as well. I'm going to post it in Maine if you want to look. Yeah, go for it. Go for it. So, I'm going to wrap that up there because I don't want to bombard. I don't want to bombard you guys with like, oh, this is happening, which I've probably already done, looking so far ahead into the future. I think it would be a really good idea, actually. Right, yeah, I'm going to do that. When the stream is over, I'm going to write down our lunar and astrological diary. I'm going to put it in one of the channels, spiritual discussion, something like that. So you guys can mark this stuff down in your diaries. And I will try and write down what it means as well for us. Oh god, my head is spinning after that. That was a really powerful channel. I had Aurora speaking so clearly in my ear. Still out. Oh, right, yes, I forgot to put readings back on, didn't I? I forgot. Right, vibe checks are switched back on now, so if anybody wants a vibe check, go for it. Or, as you guys know, if you want a full reading here on stream, you can drop 1,000 bits or a £10 tip into the chat, and then you jump the queue. Smash it on my forehead. I don't know if that's a good idea. Oh, camera. Vibe checks, okay. Alright. Oh, Rains. Thank you so much for 1,000 biddies, my lovely. Okay. Full reading. Full reading for Rains. No mucking about. Jump to the head of the queue. Just DM'd you a screenshot. Me. Oh, awesome. Yes, thank you. Thank you, lovely. Cool. Right. Yes, thank you for that, Oz. Okay, Rains. I'm gonna have to. That's better. Although they're a bit spinny. Right, Rains, I hope you're prepared, my lovely. I'm a bit cutthroat today. It's funny how I don't know how I'm going to read until I start doing it, you know. I don't know how the energy is going to come through until it actually starts. Alright, let's see where you're at then. Right, so this is a full reading then for Rains. Okay, we've got ocean, ebb and flow. Oh, what refreshing energy that is. You've just been really going with the flow lately, haven't you, my love? I feel that you've been just accepting, just accepting what's been going on for you, accepting your emotions as they flow in and out, accepting your moods, just this beautiful state of acceptance and surrender. So let's see what else we got. Beautiful surrender. Gaia, nurturing. Yeah, it's, I don't know if it's conscious or not. I feel like it probably is. You really know what's good for you at the moment. You know that by surrendering, what happened? That was weird. You know that just by surrendering and just letting go, letting the reins go and let the horses run where they may. You know that this is food for your soul. You know that this is something that's necessary right now for your growth. Is for you to learn to surrender to the ebb and flow of life and energy. I feel that you've been... Hi Mercury retrograde. I feel that perhaps last year you weren't in this state of surrender, and the hardships have driven you to be like, do you know what, fuck it, I'm just going to let go of it all. But as you took that action and as time then moved on, I feel that you came to understand, oh, actually, this feels quite good. Nothing really bad happened when I let go of the reins. When initially you let go of them because you were fed up. Lie, thank you so much for the follow, my lovely. Super appreciate. Yeah, so I feel that, I mean, it's irrelevant really now, isn't it? You know, how you got to this state of being, but the important bit is that you're in this state of being now. And it's different. It's, God, I know what I'm trying to say. The way that you got to this state of being is different now to why you're maintaining it, or to how you're maintaining it, if that makes sense. So let's see what else is going on with you. Diamond Dreamer, material wealth and true prosperity. Excuse me. Also card number 6, the divine number of balance. Right, is this... Right. Okay, the fact I don't read stuff and things, I can't tell if this is, you know, you're living like a king right now. You know, I'm not sure in the physical. But certainly you're carrying it in your energy, that you're feeling very rich. You're feeling very abundant. Love the Diamond Dreamer. Yeah, it's one of my favourite cards in this deck. You're very much in a state of appreciation for what you do have in the physical. So this is why I say I'm not sure if it's because you've just like bought a load of new furniture and all the things you've always wanted, you know, you've now got the money for. Like I don't read stuff like that, as you know. I only read the energy. But what I do feel, that, like I say, what you're carrying in your auric field is you feel very rich. Even if you have nothing, right? You have what's just on your person. You feel rich for it. You feel very abundant and grateful for what you do have. This is just the energy that I'm reading from you right now. I don't know why I'm so hesitant. Why am I? Oh, I'm gonna keep pulling. Bad shit has happened, meaning expectations are not met, but now I'm surrendered, surrounding the true prosperity. Top floor shit with the energy, abundant. Yeah, right. It doesn't really matter how we get to that state of being, as long as we get to it. I mean, Buddhists like to talk about how you don't you don't really gain true compassion for yourself or for others until you've really suffered, and you've truly suffered. And it's hard to be grateful for the things that you have when you have it all and you've never suffered. Right, so the Buddhists are big on suffering, right? They're like, go and suffer for a while and then you'll be a better person for it, you know. So Buddhists will always, maybe not encourage you to deliberately suffer, but they're definitely in the understanding that suffering brings you to a better state of being, as long as you find virtue in it and you don't succumb to it and start thinking, oh, woe is me, and all that jazz. We've got a flyer. The River Queen, flow, letting go, and natural movement. Right, more release, more surrender. Yeah, okay, this helps then. This helps. Oh, of course, Lai. Yes, I've got you in the queue, my love. You are in position number 5, just as a heads up. We are doing a full reading right now for Rains, so this is going to take a little bit longer than a vibe check, but just let me know. Okay, I'll definitely get to you, don't worry. Yes, this is perhaps less so that you're surrounded by all the things and abundance that you desire, and more so, I'm going to go be social and get out of it. Oh, okay, my lovely. Take care of yourself, Wiki. I will. I did get your message, my love, and I'll message you back after the stream. Okay. Take care. Enjoy the beautiful fresh air, and I'll speak to you very soon, my love. Yes, this is a feeling of richness through letting go and surrendering to the ebb and flow of life. Rains, I feel that you're in a very stable emotional state. we're not going to talk about the past unless it comes up and it's relevant. But right now, no, you're okay. If you're position number 4, my love. I'll get to you guys. Don't worry. I feel like you've just relaxed a lot. I feel like, I'm not going to talk about the past, but what I will say is I feel that things weren't this easy for you. I don't know when, maybe last year rather, maybe last year things weren't great. You weren't feeling great. Regardless as to what was going on in your physical reality, you didn't feel good. And now I'm seeing that your heart is open, your heart chakra is open, you're feeling flow again, and it's making you whole again. And then within the or certainly your attitude towards the physical reality is, it doesn't matter, right? My desire will come when it comes. I'm open to it. I'm open to it coming. I'm open to it not coming. It's just sort of it's not as blasé as, well, whatever, but it's definitely a very calm, it will come when it comes kind of attitude I feel from you. And emotionally speaking, you're also very relaxed and calm and open, and because of that, you're experiencing a lot more joy than you were. 1111, twin flame number, beautiful. So let's hop into another deck and see what else we've got here. Come on, Mr. Deck. Thank you. Earth pulsing. Pulse of the mother. Slow down. Time in nature. Yeah, I feel like you were in this panic state and now you're not. This is just more confirmation. I feel the divine is asking... No, I'm going to rephrase that. I feel the divine has been encouraging you to slow down, to calm down, to surrender. And you have been, absolutely. So, I feel we have a very rounded picture as to what you're doing currently with your energy. So I'm interested to see what's going on in your physical space and in your future energy. Okay, right. As I thought it before I said it, as is often the case. And this came out as I was saying. Future energy. What's in your future energy, right? So I'm seeing... What do you need to release, waning moon, here? That the reason... Okay, thank you, I understand. Right. Excuse me. The reason for Spirit slowing you down, excuse me, and asking you to surrender is so that you can release... the past, so you can release what, right, that you're still carrying the past around with you, right? You haven't purged that yet, mostly, but not all. There's emotions. This is not. I feel. Oh my God! I know. Again, I know what I'm trying to say. I feel there's a lot of things from the past where you weren't feeling yourself. Now you are. Now you're feeling yourself, right? But when you weren't, that's because there were things going on within your physical reality that weren't to your liking, and those things are now no longer happening. Yet you still carry around the way that you felt back then. I know I sounds like I just contradicted myself. There are times where you feel quite sad about the past, angry even. Also, those events taught your ego to fear any similarities that might crop up between what's going on now and what did go on then. It would go, oh, it's happening again, right? And you start to panic. That won't happen once you release it, right? You need to release that emotion. So I can see here that there won't be really much forward movement within the physical reality, certainly, I'm going to say until May. Okay, thank you. Right, Aurora's just said this is what this next energetic phase is going to mean for you, my love. It's a time for you to release. It's going to be it's going to be like a gentle to and fro, right? Ebb and flow. This gentle ebb and flow to and fro between this diamond dreamer feeling very rich right now and feeling the pain of the past so that you can purge it out. So that when May comes around, you can start making moves in the physical reality, right? Now is not the time. So if you're starting to think, I don't know, we'll look at mental space. Should we look at mental space and see what's going on in there? We'll use the same deck for this. Right, in mental space, prosperity lies ahead. New moon in Taurus, right? You're thinking about how you can build a new life for yourself. Don't make any moves on it, okay? You're thinking about it. That's good. That's very good. But don't put it into action, okay? Until May, June. You still need to take care of yourself for a while and figure some deeper things out before you can start to put down the roots that you want to put down. This is the natural state of being when you feel that you're in a very rich position. When we feel very blessed and grateful for what we currently have, naturally we want to build upon that, don't we? So it makes sense to me that these are the things that perhaps you're thinking about. But actually doing them that's a different thing. I'm inclined to say revel in this right now and continue that. Continue that deep feeling and experiencing that deep sense of joy until for the next handful of months. And the opportunities will arise around May, I feel. For you, May, June time-ish. The opportunities will arise for you to actually put these thoughts into action. But now isn't the time. Aurora's like, now, she's like, she's doing this, she's like, now is not the time. She's being very firm about it. And that's not because you're being told off. This is just more of I feel this is a very what's the word? It's like a definite firm. Everything has its place in time here in the physical, and the place in time for you to start doing things in the physical reality for you individually is not now. Now is for you to release the past and to get to know yourself better. I am going to dig into that a little more and see if we can get some more information on that. Mirror. Right, we've got mirror. Who or what is triggering you? Yeah, there's release to happen. Now we're seeing mirror as well. I feel there's like twin flame stuff in here too. There's twin flame stuff here. Is this a breakup? Is that, well, no, in fact, well, you don't have to tell me, right? I'm feeling maybe that this is breakup stuff. This is like getting over someone. So we had two here. The initiation, rite of passage, and crossing the threshold. Yeah, it's twin flame stuff, for sure. Moving into separation from your twin sucks. I've done it. It fucking sucks. Not going to sugarcoat that. It fucking sucks. But it is necessary. It is necessary to accept that separation. When we don't, it holds us back. It fucks us up. It does all sorts of terrible things. It's essential for twins to come together, to wake each other up, and then to part ways and separate so that you can assimilate all of the things, all of the information that you've gained, so you can learn the lessons firmly within yourself, so you can learn to love yourself in the way that your twin loved you. They showed you how to love yourself. You need to love yourself in the same way. And once you've done that and they've done that for themselves, only then can union happen. Union very, very rarely happens for twins the first time around. Right. I'm sorry, my love, but at the same time I'm not, right? Because you're halfway through the process. You're not at the beginning of this. You're halfway fucking through. There's the only other half to go, and that is to get back to you, right? Aurora is now confirming. That's why you're in this state of surrender right now. This is why you're being encouraged to continue that for a while and not make moves in the physical, right? Don't call them, don't text them, don't communicate with them. Right now is not the time for that. Now is the time for you. Yeah, right? Now is the time for you. Now is the time for you to get back to yourself. Like I'll say it again, right? Union is not possible unless you learn to love yourself. And yeah, it is tough. It is. It's really fucking hard. But I'll tell you what, right, the Alice that sat before you, before I went into separation from my twin, was exceptionally different from the one that sits before you right now, right? This version of Alice is currently in separation. This version of Alice knows what's up. She knows herself. She's happy. She finds experiences of joy. And she fucking loves herself. Right, and that's why this version of Alice serves the community so much better than the one that wasn't in separation yet, because she had loads of stuff that still had to be learned. So I'm the product of separation in that respect. So not that I'm the world's leading authority on twin flame relationships and stuff, but having, being on the journey myself, I understand the merit in it. I understand it. And it's only when you're at this point that union is possible. But union is only possible if the other twin is doing the same thing. If they're denying the journey, then union is not possible. But you can only do what you can do, right? And the only thing that you can do is make sure that you do your part. And then it's on the twin if they're not doing their part, you know? You can't... I know we all want union, don't we? That's what we all want. It's the ultimate love. We all want it. But there's nothing wrong with not having it. And when you love yourself, you understand that. And now I understand that. So now I'm open. I'm open to, you know, being in union or not being in union. Because I know I'm good either way. But it's because I did the work. So this is the bit that you're doing now then, Rains. You're doing the work, right? You're learning to love yourself. You're in this... You've been gifted this wonderful state, right? I'm pointing at the cards that are covering my keyboard. I know you can't see them, I'm sorry. But all the cards that we've pulled so far, right, has indicated that you're in a state of just acceptance, of just chilling with yourself. And it's a gift this time. It's a gift. It's a sacred gift of time for you to love yourself, to accept the ebb and flow of energy within the physical and the metaphysical. It's for you to be appreciative of the things that you have. It's to be thinking ahead, yes, but not making moves just yet. Because you don't want to rush things, because you want things to be just right, don't you? You don't want to have to keep rebuilding the same fucking tower over and over and over just because you weren't patient, right? So build the tower once, get it right. Get it right that first time by being patient and laying in each brick within its foundation with both hands very carefully, taking your time very diligently. This is how you rebuild yourself. This is how you build your life in the way that serves you best. So this is it, you know, the rite of passage, right, for you, crossing the threshold into your new life and state of being. You're in such an abundant place right now. Yes, separation is hard, but it is so vital to your growth. It's vital to union in the end. And your responsibility here is you and only you. Your twin is their responsibility and only them. Did I do it? I don't think I did a twin flame reading for you, did I, Muller? If you want one, you know where I am, right? Like I say, they're only £11 for the rest of this month. If you want one to get a better idea as to what your connection's doing between the two of you, then let me know. But for now, we're going to focus on you, right? Because this is about you. This is not about your connection. So let's see what else. I mean, this reading feels pretty complete to me. Excuse me, but I'm going to draw from at least this one last deck and just see if there's anything else that Spirit wants to say. No, but I'm thinking to seek you out about that. Yeah, you know where I am, my lovely. You know, we've still got a good couple of weeks left of the month. And even when the month is up, I still do twin flame readings, but they're £33 instead of 11. So entirely up to you. Whenever the time is right for you, you know. Okay, so we've got the Death card and we've got Initiation. Death. Initiation. It's the end of a cycle for you. It's the end of death. It's the end of a cycle, and it's hence the beginning of a new one. A new cycle cannot begin until the old one ends. You can't have two cycles going on at the same time. It's just not the way. This initiation. This is a brand new life for you. You've really come to embrace it. and it hasn't unfolded yet. That's the beautiful thing. You're in absolutely the right mindset, but it hasn't unfolded yet in the physical, and it will in the months to come. You need to hold the vision, hold the energy. It's like you're being welcomed into this new fold, and your twin isn't in there, but they could be, because you're actually doing the work. And that's all Spirit ever asks of us, is to do the work on ourselves. And I feel that you're really shedding the old ways, right? Like the way that you always used to do things that didn't really work for you. But, right, take this as reassurance, okay? Because I know all of this is entirely new for you. This new state of being that you're in, this new mindset. It's very, very new to you. It may have been a long time coming, but you're really fully embracing it now, and you haven't been. So take this as some reassurance, right? And Aurora is, she's echoing my thoughts here. Either I'm echoing hers or she's echoing mine. I'm not sure which way around it is. So take this as reassurance from Aurora as well, that the mindset that you've cultivated is the right one. It's the right one that's going to set you on the right path, and although the physical reality has not unfolded in a way that you have because you haven't chosen yet. You haven't chosen a way for it to unfold, which is why it hasn't unfolded. But as you hold this this emotion and this mindset, you will reach a conclusion as to what it is that you want, right? This thinking about how you want your life to be will become more of a vision and less of an idea, and it will begin to unfold. And this summer you will start to see the very, very beginnings of it unfolding. Like when you plant a seed, right? You're still choosing which seed to plant. That's where you're at. And as the months pass, you will choose the seed, and you will plant it. And within the summer months, you'll see that first little smidge of green coming up through the soil, right? You'll start to see things come about, from your efforts. So you are being very strongly encouraged to not rush things, to stay within the energy that you're in, the mindset that you're in, to continue expressing gratitude. 33 minutes past the hour. Continue, love a green smidge, continue the gratitude that you're feeling and expressing, and continue to release, right? Just let the past go. Let it all go. Okay, it's not happening anymore. Just accept that. And I know that you have, and I know it's difficult, but continue your work there. Continue that. Because something new won't start until the old is released. And you need to keep telling yourself that. And in those difficult moments and phases where you find yourself holding on to the past, you need to remind yourself something new will not begin until you release the past. You can't have both. Not in this world. Not anymore. We used to be a muddle of energy. It doesn't work that way anymore. Since the Great Conjunction, things are very different. We cannot bring the past with us into this new world. We cannot. And this is what separates us from the manifestors and the sleepers. And a sleeper, you are not. Aurora and Spirit and Light Source Code, whatever you want to call it, right, is adamant on that point. You have a journey that is of deep spiritual consequence to live and to experience. You... I'm not allowed to tell you any more than that. I'm sorry. I started to talk myself into a corner there. I can't tell you any more than that because I might fuck the timeline, but know that you're on the right track. Know that what it is that you're doing is very constructive and very, very healthy, and you just need to keep that up. Next year, okay, what I can say is next year, the things that you put together, that you desire, the seeds that you choose, right, over the next couple of months, they will bloom next year to the highest degree. This is where you begin, right here. So I hope that helps you, my love. It was a little cryptic, I know, but I hope it serves you well. I hope it guides you well, my lovely. You got this. Yeah, you absolutely got this. There's no doubt whatsoever. You've absolutely got this. But yeah, you know, just let me know if you think that a twin flame reading would benefit you, my lovely. That might give you a little bit of guidance and reassurance. You know where I am. Just send me a DM on Discord, my love. But otherwise, you know, I hope this reading, I hope this serves you very well. I hope it gives you a little bit of direction at least, so you know you're not mad, right? That you are doing it right. You really are, and I wish you all the best, my lovely. I know it's hard. I know it's hard. Oh, Rose, thank you so much for gifting a sub, my lovely, to Sky Heart. Thank you, my love. Super appreciate that. You didn't have to do that, my lovely. But yeah, you know, I know it's hard, but you just got to stay focused on you, right? Be selfish. It's okay to be selfish. It's healthy to be selfish. You've gifted 10 subs in the channel now, Rose. Thank you, my lovely. I super appreciate that. Okay, right. I think we're gonna appreciate you, Rose, for sure. Yes, I think we're going to take... Someone's thirsty for tea. Yeah, so I'm going to go make a fresh tea and take a quick break. And then when we come back, we'll get to the queue. So we've got Sky, North, Georgie, Earth, and Lie. That's our queue. It is an unpopular opinion, definitely, but it's fucking true. It is healthy to be selfish. To be selfish is to serve oneself, and that's the only responsibility you have in this world. And there's too many people that are just too ready to palm off, like, well, you should be making me happy, right? Like, what the fuck is all that about? Like, no, it's your responsibility to make yourself fucking healthy, pal, alright? Don't you be fucking putting that shit on me. Right? It's not my responsibility to make you happy. It's your responsibility to make you happy. And it's my responsibility to make me happy. And it's not your responsibility to make me happy, right? You have to be selfish at least 50% of the time. If you don't serve yourself, no one else is going to, because it's not their responsibility to. There's too much of trying to palm shit off on other people. The fuck is all about why you're so obsessed with me? What? Mariah Carey sang it right. Yeah, I don't know. People need to be taking care of themselves and start being selfish. You know? Just fucking take responsibility for yourselves, guys, okay? I see too much of it on TV, you know, this 90 Day Fiancé. I fucking love that show. but it's just riddled with insecure people. Like people that they break up and then they're like, oh yeah, I'm totally over it, and then in the same breath they're like, I'm in the middle of tracking them down so I can seek my revenge. It's like, well, no, you're not. Like, what? Just take care of yourself. Like, and then there's no issue. If you take care of yourself and you're selfish, then you're not really going to give a fuck what the other person's doing. You know, whether you're in a relationship or not, you're not. It's not your responsibility, right? Stop making it your responsibility and stop making it other people's responsibility to take care of you. Right. Enough said. I'm going to go and take a break. Take care of your shit. Exactly. And we'll be back in a couple of minutes. Right, beautiful souls, we are back. We are back. Okay, Sky, are you ready, my lovely? Thank you. Thank you. I'm ready. Okay. Right, choose a deck for me then, my love. Thank you, guys. 1, 2, or 3. 3. Okay. I've been sitting on a walnut sometimes. As you do. The fuck? Oh dear. Now, that's not true. That's not true. But still funny. Oh dear. Okay. Sky. Right. We've got the High Lord of Gratitude and Service, Selflessness, Humility, Conscious Action, also card number 2, the Divine Number of Change within the physical. Although I feel that this speaks to just change, generally speaking. I feel that you've really shifted your attitude. Your energy's definitely shifted into this state of serving others, over-serving. It's not even over-serving yourself, but perhaps in the past you served others when you felt that they deserved it, rather than just selflessly serving others regardless. You're definitely moving more into light worker kind of territory here. Being very grateful for being in the position that you're in, and I feel that you're becoming aware of what that position actually is, which isn't for me to say. Only you know what that is, but you know that it's different, right? And I feel that you're acting very compassionately towards others. Not to say that you weren't before, but I feel that you were rendering assistance to others when you deemed it fit to do so. And now I feel that you're moving more into a state of serving others, just because you know that as a light worker this is what you're destined to do. I need to sneeze. And it's gone. How annoying is that? You need to sneeze and then it goes away. Okay, hopefully I'll sneeze soon. The lesbian pride flag colours on that card. I don't know what the lesbian pride flag looks like. But sure, if that's what you see, then, you know, take that over anything I say. Yeah, so I hope that makes sense. Take that as confirmation, Sky, that that your energy is definitely shifting out into something a lot more selfless. really, the energy is a lot more humble as well, less judgy, right? Not that spirit's calling you out here or anything, but maybe in the past you've been a bit judgmental towards others, in that you don't deserve my help, you don't deserve my guidance, you're not going to do as I say, you're not going to take my advice, so I'm not going to give it. You know, I feel that has been part of your mentality for some time, but no more. Now you're moving into the true state of elevate everyone, regardless as to whether they take your advice or not. Doesn't matter. Your job as an energy worker is to give, is to share yourself, your revelations, your information, your experiences, and it's not your responsibility what people do with that. So I really feel that you're growing into the true energy worker, kind of compassionate energy. So I hope that helps, my love. I hope that makes sense to you. Oh, that's made me snuffling. Yeah. You're welcome, my lovely. As always, you are more than welcome. So North. Whoop. North's got his popcorn out. Are you ready, North? Got a really itchy head today. Itchy dreads. Are you ready? I was ready. Awesome. Right. Oh, I need to sneeze. Okay. Choose a deck for me, my love. 1, 2, or 3. And I will, and so I shall. Of course, Moon. As soon as I picked it up, well, it was the first one I picked up. Well, I know that's the one that he's going to choose. The others were just a distraction. Okay. I can't wait until next week when we can start working with my new deck. We can start incorporating that into our readings. It's going to be a lot of fun. Surrender to the divine. Full moon. Okay, I feel that this, yes, right, there's something that you're pretty impatient about. Yeah, I'm really glad that you guys are just as excited as me. I'm like hella fucking excited. Like, I can't sleep at night. I'm like, oh, my deck, it's being printed. I can't fucking wait. Yeah, North. I think you and I both know what it is. And the divine has a plan. I feel like every time I do a reading for you, it's talking about the same thing, and it's because it's a big thing for you, and I get that. There's a little bit of impatience. I don't think it's impatience in the truest sense of the word, where it's like, where it's hindering you, where it's all you can think about. I don't think it's all encompassing in that respect. But because it's something that stares you in the face, you know, all the time, I feel that this is, yet again, this is another, I've been right? And Spirit is very aware. It is exceptionally aware of your desire in that field. But she's saying, you know, once again, there's a time for it. And should you not be experiencing it now, which you're not, and that's fine. You know, there's a reason for that. There's other things that need to take place within yourself before that can happen. Give it time. Yeah, things are being, Aurora's saying, things are being worked out in such a way that when the time comes, you will be properly supported, both, of course, energetically, but also by the people around you in the physical. Things are being pulled into alignment for this to happen for you in the best way possible. And to the point where when it does happen, you'll feel a deep sense of relief, rather than a, oh, for fuck's sake, finally. You know, I feel it won't be like this for you. So surrendering to the divine. It's interesting that you said, you made that comment a minute ago about the walnut. And I said to you, that's not true. You get me, right? This is evidence that it's, I'm trying not to be too direct, right, in honor of, yes, exactly, right. This is not surrendering to the divine, is it? Right, obviously it was a joke, of course it was, but the underlying meaning behind it was very much not a joke. And I'm being very careful with how I word this, because we're in a public setting. So bear with me. 222, beautiful. This is evidence that you are in a state of desire, but not in a state of belief that that desire is something that can be realised. Maybe, if I get very stuck, then I will. So, does that make sense? That you have the desire, of course you do, but you're not in a state of belief that it is something that can be realised, yes? And that's understandable because you've been waiting for so long, but that's the thing, you've been waiting, right? You've been waiting for it. That's not surrender. When you surrender, you know it will show up when it's meant to. And once you move into that state of being, then it will show up. That's the kicker right there. You have to just release it. You have to just surrender to the divine, and then it shows up. And when you don't surrender, but you're, where are you, then it doesn't show up. You actually move it further away from you. So what I'm seeing is that when you move into this very deep state of, I know it's going to happen, I know it's going to show up, I know it will show up when it's meant to, things will fall into alignment. Hello Amber, how you doing, my love? Things will fall into alignment a lot more easily. The people around you will be in the right place at the right time to offer you the support that you will need when that time comes. Because you need to be surrounded by absolute compassion. You need for there to not be any kind of resistance from the people around you, no judgment whatsoever. This is what you need. And I feel that right now you're not there. But you will be, right? So surrender. just surrender. I hope that helps. I hope that gives you some kind of clarity, my love. You've got the desire, you just right now don't have the energy to match it, but you will. You will. You just gotta just release it and not hold on to those moments of frustration. To the best of your ability. I know we're human, these things can be difficult, but you're definitely on the right track. Okay, Georgie, are you still here, my lovely? Are you ready? Georgie? Oh, just in time. Perfect. How was your walk, my love? How was that beautiful fresh air? Never mind. Here you go, I've always been in that state of frustration, but seeing that as I've gone this far, I can definitely do it. Of course you can, of course you can. I mean, the desire is ego, isn't it? Let's be honest. The desire in itself is ego. And that's because the ego is rooted in the physical. And you are not a physical being. You follow me? So this is all about satisfying the ego. I mean, really. So I think understanding that will help you to work with it a lot better. That's okay, Georgie. Choose a deck for me. 1, 2, or 3. Thank you, Amber. You've been added to the queue, my love. You are in position number 5. Two. More 2s. Okay. Right, Georgie. What have we got for you today? Trust the timing. Trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. I feel like maybe you've had this card before. There's more surrender here. I think this is a running theme, isn't it, for the collective right now. Trust the timing. Trust that what you're doing right now, you're being placed. I'm being told, right, that you're being placed. You're being maneuvered into the right place at the right time. You need to trust that. And surrender to it. The things that you desire will only come about excuse me, when you allow them to, and you need to allow. not create or force, right? You allow it. By allowing it, you're basically sitting back and going, yep, Spirit, do your thing. I allow it, fam. You know, it's not you making demands of Spirit. Do it now. I want it now. I want you to do this now. You're just saying, I'll allow you to do it in your own time. I'm allowing it. Right, make that your mantra for the time being until something else better fits. But now, for now, say, I'm allowing this to happen. I'm giving up the space for this thing to happen, whatever your desire is. And trust the timing and do your best to not get impatient when you say, I allow it, and then it doesn't immediately happen, right? Because, I mean, you are very aware, Georgie, that Spirit takes a little bit of time. It translates for us here in the physical realm as time, but Spirit has to put things into place. It has to collate everything. It has to gather everything together. It has to align everything. It has to move. It has to put all of those moving parts together in such a way that they move together in harmony. That's when your desire is realized. So you need to trust the timing and know that if it's not happening right now, it's because it can't. Otherwise, it would just be happening. Because Spirit doesn't withhold from us. It never withholds. If you're not receiving something straight away, it's because it's working on it. You know, and Rome wasn't built in a day, right? You know, we're in this reality where we expect things like, I want it now. I want it right now. And this is, you know, society kind of plants this idea in our heads that it's like instant satisfaction kind of stuff. You know, we want a fast internet connection so we can have it now. We're done with dial-up internet, right? But Spirit's still working on dial-up internet. Spirit has to, like I say, it has to align everything for things to come about. And I know you know this, but take this as reassurance that the things that you're asking for, they are being worked on. You're not receiving them because they're not ready yet, but they are not being ignored. They're being worked on. So allow it to happen in its own good time. So I hope that helps, lovely. As always, you know, I wish you all the best in your spiritual endeavours. Yeah, you're welcome, my lovely. You're welcome. You know, I hope that serves you well. 2:33. Instant gratification is ego. Absolutely. Earth. Are you still here, my love? Okay, so we've got Earth, then Light, then Caden, then Amber. I don't know if you guys are all still here. Earth, are you still here, my lovely? Are you still here? If not Earth, we can always come back to Earth whenever he comes back. Oh no, Earth is still here. Lie is here as well. Okay, I was just about to call you up. Lie. Lurking. Okay, Earth. Right. Let's do your vibe check then, my love. Excuse me. No worries, my lovely. I think there's a bit of a delay for The delay has been a lot more so, I think, lately, for some reason. Yeah. Okay, choose a deck for me, my love. 1, 2, or 3. Okay, see them a little bit better. 1, 2, or 3. Two. I had a feeling. I had a feeling. Okay. So I don't want to speak. Right, we've got a death card again. Death. End of a cycle for you, my lovely. You're ending something and moving into a fresh energy. Death. Oh, I love that dinosaur pose. Yeah. I know I keep saying it, right, and I know I sound like a broken record, but something new cannot begin until the old ends. And for you, Earth, my love, there's the end of a cycle on the horizon. It's happening now. Old ways of doing things, old ways of thinking, the way that you used to conduct yourself in the physical reality is shifting and changing out into something new. I feel that there's an element of purge here too. Purging old emotions. I'm seeing heart chakra being referred to here as well. Without doing a full reading, I can't give you much more than that, I'm afraid. But I do feel a very positive beginning just around the corner, you know. This is, hello, Lunar, how you doing, my love? It's good to see you. I think I saw you the other day in, whose stream was it? I saw you in yesterday? Oh, it was Lucy's stream, wasn't it? Yeah. How are you doing, my love? Yeah, definitely old emotion being purged from the heart chakra. I feel that that's heart chakra is definitely opening for you, my love. I'm just really seeing that there's things that the way that you have been doing things, it just doesn't serve you anymore. And like I say, I can't elaborate on that without pulling more cards and it being a full reading. So if you want a full reading, you know where I am, right? Just DM me on Discord and I can record a reading for you. But I hope that this makes sense to you. I imagine that you probably are consciously aware of this, that things just feel like they're coming to a close and that you're purging out the old and ready to welcome in the new. I hope that makes sense to you, my love. And I hope it serves you as confirmation, brings you a little bit of clarity there, that perhaps what you've been feeling, you know, a bit of stagnant energy perhaps hovering around, you're not mad, you know, and you're not stuck in the past. It's just there at the surface for you to purge. Yeah. Yeah, you're welcome, my lovely. I hope that that serves you well, like I say, in terms of clarity, right? That you're definitely on track. You're where you I hear that you're where you should be. It's time for you to step into the new now. Holding on to the past, it doesn't serve you. It hasn't been for some time, and I felt a little bit of resistance in there. But like I say, you know, the new can't come until the old is ended, and you're in that now. You're ending it, ready for the new. What the new is, not sure. Might be able to dig into that in a full reading, but that's not really the focus right now. You know, the focus is purging the old, kicking out the old so that you've got space for new things. So I hope that helps you, my lovely. And as always, I wish you all the best on that, on your journey, your beautiful journey. Lunar, I'm sorry to hear that you're not doing too well, my lovely. Whatever it is, you've got this. You've always got this. You're one of the strongest souls I know. Right, just putting it out there, but I'm going to close the queue because I'm really starting to flag now. Oh no, I was going to turn off the. I won't turn it off. I won't turn it off. If you want to redeem stuff, that's totally cool. But I'm closing the queue. So we've got Lai, then Caden, then Amber. And then we're probably going to end because I'm losing my voice. And I'm really starting to flag. Not mad or stagnant, it's just the surface to purge on track where I should be. I feel the end, yeah. I'd like to wait until the energy changes a bit. I'll be seeing about private reading. Yeah, good plan, good plan. Get to the... you know, the point, like the turning point. Can't we use our strong souls? Thank you for showing up. You do what you can, that is what you can. Oh, bless you. Earth, you always prevail, you know. You've been around for a long time. I don't know what's going on for you in your physical life, but I am pretty well acquainted with your energy. And sometimes I do readings for you, most of the time I don't. And I mean, that in itself tells me that you've got this, and you know what you're doing. You're very in tune. And from what I've observed, you see things in the physical, and you see things in other people that a lot of other people miss. You really pay attention to detail, and you appreciate things that other people just don't even see. And you know, to me, that makes up a very beautiful soul. Appreciating things that others do not. Luna, you've got this, my love. You've got this. But yeah, definitely, Earth, you know, hang out, hang out through this purge stage, you know, and see, same to you, love, love, take my love, take my love. You know, wait and see. Give it maybe a couple of weeks. Let this energy shift out. Let this phase come to a close. Step into the fresh energy, and then yeah, I'm more than happy to do a reading for you. We'll have a little dig around and see what's going on in there. Everyone has to text me or I'm in a Zen state in the middle of something. It's always the way. But look at the energy that you're giving out, right? You're in a very open, receptive kind of energy when you're in a Zen state. That's why everyone wants to come and talk to you, because that's the energy that they're attracted to. They don't want to talk to you if you're in any other state, right? They don't want to talk to you when you're angry or when you're feeling vulnerable or when you're... it's not that they don't want to talk to you when you're in those states, but it's more of a... You know, when you're... Well, not you in particular, but people in general, you know, if you're in a state of like... insecure, come hang out with me, you know, or even angry, like you never spend time with me, you know, people don't want to spend time with that kind of energy. But when you're in the energy that you're in right now, then you're seeing people are just flocking to you, they're just being drawn to you because of the energy and the vibe that you're giving out. So cultivating that vibe more so makes you very attractive to the people that you're connected to. Worth bearing in mind. Yeah, Earth, just let me know when you're ready, my lovely. You know where I am. You know, I'm down for readings whenever. So, just send me a message on Discord whenever you're ready. Said flocking. I was going to type flocking. I really didn't. I didn't think of it. We're in tune. Okay, lie. Let's do your reading for you then, my love. Hi. Right, choose a deck for me then, lie. 1, 2, or 3. Okay. Interesting. I'm going to pull 2 cards for you, right? I'll pull one from here first. But this right, I'll talk about that in a moment. Right, I want you to choose one from here. Sorry, I've picked them up in a different order, but 1, 2, or 3. And I'll do two draws for you. And then I'll explain why. 3. Okay. Osmos. Okay, right. Okay, we'll do this deck first then, because that's the one that you requested. In fact, I'm going to do this very differently. I'm going to draw this. I'm not going to show you. And then I'm going to draw from the other deck that I just made you choose from. And then it's going to make more sense, I feel. Yeah, what I do, right, I'll just explain this. No, not at all. What I do for these vibe checks is, it's a vibe check, right? So I'm looking at what your energy is currently doing, what you're holding in your auric field. This isn't looking at future energy or even past energy, although I might be able to read some of that once I start sort of getting into the channel of it. I'm looking at your vibe right now. So what I do is, you know, like I said, like, Lai, it's your turn, are you ready, right? As soon as I start kind of using your name, like, this is the way that I read, this is the way that I work, and not every reader is the same. As soon as I start using your name and I start focusing on you, that's when I start picking up on your energy. And that helps me to select 3 different decks. Now, I'm a bit sneaky with that because I know which deck you're going to choose out of those 3. And I specifically choose the 3 decks knowing that whatever deck you choose will give me an indicator as to what's going on with you, right? So it's a little bit of a... it's not that I trick people or anything like that, but it indicates a lot to me which one you choose. And that helps me, right? That helps me with your reading. Now, each deck that I use here on stream, I have more, but these are the ones that I use on stream. Each deck speaks to something different. So, for example, this deck speaks to things within the physical or any shadow work and things that need to be done. This deck shows me things that are in your aura. There we go. Things that are in your aura, that's like soul journey work. So this deck generally tells me why you're experiencing what you're experiencing. And so on, right? Moon is more of thought. This deck here, this shows me what you're thinking about generally, or plans that you have made or are making. Now, so you chose this one, right? You chose this deck out of the 3 that I gave you to choose from. I knew you were going to choose this deck because I quite often know which one you're going to choose. And I knew that you were going to choose this for a few different reasons. Now, this deck tells me overall what your energy is doing as a whole. This doesn't dig in so much to detail. I'm letting out a little secret here as a reader, but generally when people choose this deck, it's because they are either at the beginning of their journey, or they're a little bit lost. They are not in touch with themselves really as much as they could be, right? Nothing wrong with any of that stuff. We've all been there at some point, okay? And the people who aren't there yet will be at some point, right? So you choosing this deck, that's why I gave you a selection of those 3. I knew you were going to choose this one, but the other 2, if you chose one of the other 2, it would have told me not necessarily that I was wrong, but that perhaps you are a bit further along on your journey than maybe I initially recognised. Also, I've never read for you before, my love, as far as I'm aware. Everyone chooses this one first. Everyone chooses this first. Now, I'm not trying to make it sound like you're predictable or, you know, obviously you are a very beautiful, unique soul, and I have the utmost respect for you and compassion, right? And I definitely wasn't laying a trap, right? Because I know that's the way I just made that sound. I wasn't laying a trap at all. I don't trap people, right? But the reason I do readings this way on stream is because it makes it a lot easier for me to tap into your energy. Which deck you choose tells me a lot about where you are on your journey. and I would rather you, I took it's following intuition. Exactly right, exactly. I am very much an intuitive reader. I'm not like a logical reader in comparison. Now, you, however, before I had chance, right? Yeah, exactly, right? We can kind of bare our souls to one another right now, which I think is the only way to be, right? The reader shouldn't be cryptic, and the sitter, the person being read for, shouldn't be an open book to see and can't see the reader. I think the only way to really truly connect and do a reading for one another is for me to be an open book too, which is why I'm just so brutally honest about my life and the way that I read, right? It's no secret, but I don't tell you this stuff up front because then that will influence which deck you choose, right? So I'll quite happily tell you afterwards. Now, you jump the gun, right? Some people do this. They go, no, I want that deck, right? And you chose this deck. So that's why I'm going to honour that, right? Because the customer's always right, okay? I'm going to honour that, and we'll take one from here too. I was just waving it around. You may have seen it. Now, this deck tells me egoic things. This deck tells me what the ego is doing. And the ego isn't you. And also that you, straight away when I want that deck, also tells me, right, and I don't mean any harm by this, right, the only reason I'm pointing this out to you is for your own healing, right, that's what I'm here for, okay, so please don't take this wrong. But this whole process already, before I've even drawn a card from here, shows me that your ego is quite active and it's probably fucking you in some respects in your life. It's in charge a lot of the time. Now, yeah, and that's really good for you, because a lot of people either don't realise it or they do and they just succumb to it. They can't be bothered, right? They're like, oh no, my ego, that voice in my head that's telling me that I'll never amount to anything and that I'm a piece of shit and that I don't deserve the things that I want, and that inner voice that goes, oh, let's do it later, let's do it tomorrow, I don't have to do it today, I'll do it tomorrow, right? That voice is too loud and too strong and too powerful, and I can't possibly combat it. I don't want to fight it. I'm tired. A lot of people just give up. And also, the fact that you're here right now in this particular stream with me and all of us tells me you want to change that. Because of the kind of reader that I am, I attract a certain type of person, and I've learnt this now through years of streaming. And having formed the Cosmos Collective as a community, this community is full of a certain type of person. That type of person is someone who's fucking had enough and wants to put in the effort to make some changes. There are people who come in here, they see what kind of reader I am, and they fuck off, they leave, right? Because they can't be bothered to do the work. So the fact that you're here and you've redeemed a reading and you're still sat here even though I've said all of this tells me that you are, right, that you're ready to make changes and you're ready to put in the effort and you're ready to take responsibility for yourself. You're not willing to palm this off on someone else to fix it for you, right? Maybe you've done that in the past, right? Because ego is a big fan of doing that. Ego doesn't want to do the work itself. Ego wants to have it all done for it and laid out on a silver platter, like, there you go, it's all done for you, like, cool, easy life, perfect, pina coladas in the pool, thanks. Ego doesn't want to put in the effort. But the fact that you're here and all the rest of it tells me you're ready. So, welcome. That's an extremely long-winded way of saying, welcome to the Cosmos Collective, my love. You are absolutely a welcome part of our collective, And if you're not in the Discord already, you should get your cute little tushy in there. I'm not exactly sure what the work looks like. Right, the work is just putting in small, consistent effort every day to make your life better. That's all it is. I call it work because it's spiritual endeavour. It is work, but it's not working. Oh, Lai, thank you so much for 3 months in advance. I super appreciate that, my lovely. Oh, 3 months. So I've got 3 months to help you out, have I? Well, you know what? 3 is the divine number for manifestation. You act like I wouldn't say the same shit. Maybe it's a good thing we're all still here, otherwise Mother Alice would be saying some shit. You're like, those fucking part-timers. Oh, lie. I super appreciate the 3 months, my lovely. Thank you. Yeah, get your cute little tush in the Discord. A whole community there full of people who believe in everything I've just said, you know, and want that for themselves and are not afraid to do the work. Right, and I call it work because... Crazy. Crazy but not, right? The card I just pulled here from this deck. And North is like always in the voice chat, yeah. Right, I call it work and Spirit has just echoed me in the card I've just pulled for you. Because it's constructive effort, right? We put in effort in everything that we do, don't we, right? We put in effort to get fat. We put in effort to be lazy, right? Because it takes effort to be lazy, if you think about this, right? Because you have to keep telling yourself, no, I'm good where I'm at. Like, you have to keep reassuring yourself that sitting on your tush and doing nothing is okay. That takes effort. So, you know, work to me is beyond working for money, right? Is like beyond a job. It's not a job. It's constructive, consistent effort towards something positive. This is work. So that's why I call it the work that you do on yourself. Now, we'll do yours first, right? So for this deck then, we've got Spring, Watchtower of the East. What if you were born part patat? Like potato? What? Spring, right. So, couch potato? Yeah, what? I don't know, ask Lottie. She's a little potato. She's downstairs at the moment, but because me lazy master patats. She is little patat. Lottie is my tiny doge. She's downstairs at the moment, being a little patat. Right, Spring. Okay, Spring. Even ego in this moment, my love, is asking for help, right? I'm just trying to think of the right way to explain this without it being too long-winded, right? Ego is a physical part of your brain. It's rooted in the fear centre of your brain. It's not supposed to be in charge. The only reason that your ego would be in charge is because you're in a literal life or death situation for your physical body. That's the only time that your ego is in charge. This is why you have those reactions. When you burn yourself, you whip your hand back. before you even register that you've burnt yourself, don't you? That's because your ego does that. Your ego's job, and only job, is to keep your body alive. That's its only job. Now, many of us, you are absolutely not alone in this life. Many of us, excuse me, have overactive egos where the ego is in charge. Because the ego is not built for this, it gets very childish very quickly. Starts throwing its toys out of the pram over stupid shit. It starts saying things like, but that's not fair. And PTSD makes it seem like that all the time, like I'm in danger. Right, PTSD is where your ego is it's stuck. That's what PTSD is. Now, doctors will tell you something different, but I'm telling you from a spiritual sense that the ego is stuck in a constant fight or flight response. Now, this is something slightly different. Overall, it's the same. Okay, so it may be a little more severe in your case then, my love, as you are experiencing PTSD. I'm not going to say that you have PTSD, because then you come to identify with it. You are not your PTSD. You are not. You do not have PTSD. You are experiencing PTSD. As soon as you claim it as your own, you are unable to release yourself from it. Language is very important here. That's why we call it spelling. Because what you write, what you speak, it's a spell. Why do you think they call it spelling? Why do you think it's been called spelling for centuries? It's because it's a fucking spell, right? You gotta watch your language. I relate to the childish impulses. Yes, this is not you. This is your ego. Your ego has been traumatized to the point where it thinks it's constantly in a state of needing to keep you alive. This is why it's in charge. This is why it jumped the gun and said, hey Alice, I want this, right? And now with this card, Spring, Spring represents new beginnings. It represents change and growth. And your ego wants to not be in this state anymore, right? This is what I was going to say. Your ego, you, everybody, right? Everybody's ego, when it's, like I said, right, when it's in charge for a prolonged amount of time, it gets more and more childish. And it becomes this way because it is not built to be in charge. It is only built for those situations when you are actually in a literal life or death situation, as I said. Now, you are not in a life or death situation. You are certainly not in a life or death situation right now, because you're sat here watching my stream. So, yet, if your ego is still in fight or flight response, even right now, it's tired. It only has so much energy. Have you noticed that with this PTSD, you sleep more, you become tired very quickly? Right. This is because your ego is in charge, right? And it's because the ego is part of the physical body, it only has the energy to draw from your physical form. And your physical body only has 15 or 16 hours worth of battery life before you need a good 6 or 7, 8 hours worth of sleep every night. We're like phones, you know, we need to recharge our bodies. But your ego is sapping your energy by being in that fight or flight response. When you're in fight or flight, physically your heart rate is raised, hence you breathe quicker and more heavily. All of the blood rushes to your muscle groups so that you can flee or you can fight. This takes physical energy from you. So yeah, no wonder you're fucking knackered all the time, right? And same goes for your ego. If your ego's in that constant, like on tenterhooks all the time, right? That takes energy. Now, your soul, however, your soul does not get tired. Because your soul, so long as your crown chakra is open, your soul is constantly drawing, your soul is constantly plugged into the divine. Your soul does not get tired. It doesn't have batteries that run flat. This is why sometimes we have the will to stay awake for as long as we can possibly stay awake, because we're having fun, we don't want to go to bed. Because your soul doesn't get tired, but your body gets tired. So, here when I see this spring card, your ego is tired and does not want to be in this PTSD state anymore. Obviously, it doesn't want to be. It's not built to be in this constant state. Your body is not built to be in a constant state. This is why PTSD is an issue for so many people. And you will find your own ways of getting through that. There's many, many ways to overcome PTSD. One of the main ways is to find yourself and to embark upon spiritual endeavour, which is what I think maybe brought you here. I think perhaps your guides brought you here. I experience PTSD, and what keeps me relaxed, and when I get triggered into experiencing episodes of PTSD, I'm able to quickly withdraw from it through my spirituality, through certain activities that I've designed for myself that bring me very quickly down from that panicked state of being. I'm happy to share those things with you, but I'm not going to do that right now because that's not really the thing that we're talking about. I've been taking meds and doing as much spiritual healing as possible. Sure, meds, in my own personal experience, and I know you didn't ask me for my opinion, but I'm going to give it, if that's okay. Meds is what's the right way to word this? Meds is a quick fix in the moment. It is not a long-term solution. It's a band-aid. Thank you, Oz. Yes, it's a band-aid, right. It is not a long-term solution. The spiritual healing is a long-term solution. So, like I said, I'm happy to talk about this stuff, but I'll do it another time because I feel that it might even require me explaining a little bit as to why I even experienced PTSD in the first place, in honour of context, right? But that's not what's up for discussion right now. So, your ego here is asking for relief. It wants to hand the reins over to you. So this does tell me, that's why I barely remember to take my antidepressants. Antidepressants are the fucking devil. Good, you're not taking antidepressants. You don't need them, right? Nobody needs them. This is just again, it's a band-aid. It's people being fed up and having nowhere else to turn and they have no idea what else to do, so they go for they fall back on the antidepressant solution, and it's not a solution. It actually makes things a hell of a lot worse. Speaking from experience, I've been taking antidepressants since I was 16 years old. I'm now 36 and I haven't been taking antidepressants for some 15 odd years, maybe a little less than that. And the difference is fucking night and day. And because I take care of myself and I've gained this particular mindset that I speak from every time I sit here in front of this camera, I know I will never fall into depression ever again. And that's because I found a long-term solution. Antidepressants made me not eat for 3 days straight, never took them again. Yeah, good for you, Lunar. How do antidepressants feel? They make you feel numb. There won't be a single creative thought in your head. They make you sleep all the time. They make you completely neutral. So in much the same way that you don't experience the pain, you're numb from the pain, which is what made you take them in the first place, you're also numb from joy. And that's the frightening part. They block out emotion, yeah. They turn you into a fucking zombie, and it's scary. You know, during that time, I've always been a spiritual soul. I mean, we're all spiritual souls. I know how daft that sounds, but during the time that I was taking antidepressants, I couldn't meditate, I couldn't focus my thoughts. I couldn't focus my thoughts on anything. There was nothing I really felt like doing. You know, my partner or my friends would be like, what do you want to do today? Like, let's do something fun. I'd be like, I don't know, I don't really care. And I wasn't saying that because I'm sad, I'm saying it because I was neutral. Couldn't make a decision. And when it came to, and the reason I came off them was because I noticed, I'm getting way off track now, but I'll just finish this, right? I noticed that I felt about ready to start getting my life in order and make myself feel better and, you know, get healthier. And I realised that I couldn't even focus my thoughts long enough to put a game plan together for something positive. It wouldn't even let me do that. The antidepressants were keeping me in a state of just being a fucking zombie, where I'd just eat, sleep, repeat every day. So, you know, I was like, right, if I'm going to, basically, for me, I felt I need to stop being a pussy, I need to deal with my shit, I need to come off of these antidepressants, and I need to just fucking take it in both hands and not let it fucking, what's the word? I'm not gonna let this dominate me anymore. I'm gonna fucking do this myself. No, Vendetta, we're live. We're live. Yes, that's gonna confuse the rerunners. I went through a lot of antidepressants that made me feel like that, and finally found out that bipolar med actually made me feel better. I still take another med for my diabetes. Excuse me, and other medical things with my physical body here, but mental shit I kind of dropped. Yeah, because it's... Vendetta, 1111, beautiful number. Twin flame number. Thank you so much for the follow, my lovely. I appreciate that, and I appreciate you. Anyway, right, yes. we're getting off track. Right, so... lie. Ego really had enough, right? Doesn't want to be in charge anymore. Wants you to take charge. We really got off track. We did. We do that a lot, don't we? Now, the card that we pulled then from the deck that I gave you a selection to choose from, Ceremony Invocation. Now, this card speaks to bringing about an idea into the physical reality through spiritual endeavour. So, Spirit, right here, unwittingly, what you've done, Lai, is you've drawn for yourself two cards. One that indicates the issue and the desire, and then one that gives you the solution. Now, do you see now why I smiled so much when I pulled this card, but I didn't reveal it straight away? Because everything that I said prior to pulling this card was, you're here right now because you've had enough and you want to set your life on the right track, right? You're ready to do the work. And then Spirit went, Lai's ready to do the work. Lai is aware that ego and soul, both together, want the same thing. They want flow and natural movement. They want relaxation. They want to be free to start again, to start anew. And to do that is through finding oneself on a spiritual level. Now, I usually finish a reading with, I hope that helps, right? But I feel that that's not the right thing for me to say here. I feel that I channeled an awful lot for you there that was outside of what the cards revealed. I feel like this was more of an aura energy reading than it was a card reading. I think where I'm going to leave this now for you is you're in the right place, right? I'm not trying to blow a trumpet and be like, the Cosmos Collective is the place to be for anyone who wants to heal. It's like the place to be, and if you're anywhere else, then you're not going to get it done, right? Because that's really not true. Everyone has the capacity to heal, and everyone needs help, which is why we follow this as our personal motto, #ElevateEveryone, right? But for you right now, Lai, right now in this moment, you're in the right place. Spirit does not deal in accidents. And you being here in this dream and finding me and us and joining the Cosmos Collective and getting yourself in the Discord and meeting the people that are part of this community, you're in the right place. Here is where you can begin your healing journey. And you may not be around forever, right, in the Cosmos Collective forever, and that's okay, right, because, you know, we're not biased, right, we just want everyone to be happy, and we want everyone to find their place. And for you, Lai, I really feel that you are on the you're on the brink of new discoveries for yourself. You are definitely willing to do the work. I can feel that from you. And I hope that you continue to pay attention to that little light within you, that desire for change, that desire for something better for yourself. Because that's the light that you need to follow. That's the light that gets you to where you ultimately want to be. And you will get there. And as you continue following the light gets brighter and the path gets easier. So, I hope that helps. And, you know I keep saying it, but I'll put it out there again for you. Should you, Danny, hello my lovely, you lurk away my love. You know, if you want a private reading, if you feel that a private reading will give you a bit more direction and guidance, then just DM me on Discord, my love, and we can sort you out with something that can help. More than I expected. Good, then my work here is done. Hello John, how you doing my lovely? But either way, you've got this. You've absolutely got this. Like I said, people only show up in this community when they're ready to do the work, because they know how much of a cutthroat reader I am. They know I tell people just exactly how it is. And some people can't handle that. But you can, because you're still here, and we got to the end of the reading, and you're still here. So that tells me you're ready, and it tells me that you're very much capable, absolutely capable of doing this. I'm in a really good mood today. Awesome, glad to hear it, my love. Yes, me too, and I think everyone here as well. Now, is Caden here? I need the bathroom. Is Caden here? Caden? I'm saying, yeah, Caden. Did I read that right? Caden? Well, Amber's definitely here. Excuse me. Right. Amber, I don't think so. I will scroll up in a moment. I'm crossing my legs. I need to go to the bathroom, right? I'll be back in a minute. We'll just take a really quick break and then we'll come back and I'll do your reading for you, okay? And I'll scroll back up through the chat. Or repost it. That'll be a lot easier for me. Yes, right. I'll be back in a sec. Oh no, did I miss a raid? Oh shit. Dee, thank you so much for the raid, my lovely. Hello Winter. Hello Raiders. I'm so sorry I was AFK. I'm sorry. I needed the bathroom. We did a really long reading and I needed a wee. I'm sorry. How are you doing, my love? It's good to see you guys. How was your stream? Tell me how your stream was and then go self-care. Danny. I thought you were lurking. It's good to see you, Danny. I know we were in the middle of that reading, so I didn't say that. But it was really good to see you. Now it's been a little while. How was your stream? Well, I guess Caden isn't here. Amber, you wanted me to read something, my love. Did you repost? Stream was great. Big collective energies. Yeah, right? Yeah. We stream so early, we're on different schedules. Our stream's early? Oh, right, yes, it is. It's early for a lot of people. It's 6 p.m. for me right now. It's 6:15. And I need to wrap up the stream because I need to go and cook some dinner because I've normally finished a stream about 5 o'clock. But yeah, D, collective energies are fucking nuts, aren't they? Just lately. Like, totally fucking nuts. When I was in 7th grade, I was put on 10 milligrams of Prozac for depression. What 7th grade? I don't know. What does that mean? How old are you in 7th grade? Oh, I scrolled up for that. Thank you for reposting it, Mother. Yeah, what's 7th grade? Like 15. Oh, okay. Same. And anger management. Same. Which was fucking ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous that... whatever, right, this isn't about me. Okay. I felt amazing for about 10 years and then started to feel like a zombie all the time. I was losing weight and now I'm on no meds at all and I don't feel that numb feeling. However, I do still get depressed. That's just because you're, I know, ridiculously young. 15. Oh, you're depressed. Fuck off, right? If I had the mind that I have now and I could have said to my doctor, like, what, you're going to put a fucking 15-year-old on medication? That's fucking... That's the R word, right? That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Fucking jog on, mate, is what I would have said. Instead, you know, it's not the doctor's fault, right? They don't understand. They don't understand spirituality because they're so rooted in the physical because they're doctors, right? You know, they don't look at spiritual stuff. They don't think to fucking ask, like, what's going on with you, right? Most teenagers feel that way. Most fucking teenagers are depressed, right? And they're depressed because they're coming into adulthood. Their mind, they've only ever known their mind to be childlike, and then their mind changes to become more of an adult mind, and it makes a lot of kids really depressed. And there's no support. There's no support for teenagers that are experiencing the change, you know, between being a child and being an adult. Because there is that in-between time. In America, you guys call it, you actually refer to kids as being tweens, right? We don't have that expression here in the UK. You're a child, you're a teenager, you're an adult. There's no tween about it. Like, you're one of those things and that's it. There's no support. We just give our low days more power by giving it a name. Yeah, absolutely. Depression is normal. We have our low days. Yeah, exactly. And it's not depression. Like, doctors like to actually, oh, you're clinically depressed. No, it's just, you're just having a fucking off day, right? And when your off days all get strung together, it brings your mood down to the point where you don't see a way out of it. And that's when doctors like to say, you're clinically depressed. No, and as soon as you take it on as your own and you identify with it, then you become it, you know, and it makes life infinitely harder. I mean, depression's a big thing. We've been streaming for 3 hours, 33 minutes and 3 seconds. You know, depression is something I can talk about for fucking ever, but unfortunately I just don't have the time to do that today. As much as I appreciate the raid, I really have to end the stream, and I need to do a reading for Amber before I do that. Fuck, Amber, I don't even know if I've got time for that, you know. Unfortunately I had to grow up at a very young age. I was separated from my parents around 5. Ever since been living with my mum, she always wanted me to age faster than I actually was. That's why I ended up growing up faster than most people. Yeah, parents fuck their kids up. Yeah, no, D, right. Get out, okay? Go and self-care, alright? You've just been streaming for God knows how long. I'm really glad that you had a good stream, my love, but go and fucking look after yourself, right? I don't expect streamers who raid to stick around. I really don't. We've had this conversation before, right? Get out. Right, go look after yourself. Love you. Love you. Go love yourself, right? But yeah, kids just don't have the right support, and this is our duty right now, this generation right now. The stuff that we talk about, the things. Yes, you listen. You listen good. You fucking take care of yourself. The cycle ends with me. Right, winter. This is exactly what I was going to say. We know what's up. Take care of yourself, Dee. Love you. Thank you for the raid. I'll see you very soon. So we know now. So hopefully, we probably still will fuck our kids up in some way or another, right? Chances are we were that fucked up because our parents had no clue about any of this stuff whatsoever, and now we are all consumed by it, and we're so adamant to not raise our kids the same way that we were raised. So we might go to the opposite end of the scale and be so witchy-woo about our kids that our kids will be like, fuck's sake, right, and get really fucked up by it, right? We're probably going to fuck our kids up too. I think we just need to accept that. But it does mean that for them, hopefully they will then find a balance when raising our grandkids. They will find a balance between the spiritual and the physical. Hopefully we can do that. Hopefully we can find a balance for ourselves individually between the physical and the metaphysical, so that we can raise our children to understand this balance too, that you need both, and it has to be a balance. There has to be an equal amount of both, for this to be, for us to if we can find ourselves, we can teach our kids to take care of themselves more in a literal sense. No kids for me, but I'm watching my friend raise these beautiful little souls, so creative and bright and fluid, and I'm so here for it. And the cool arm, nice. Yeah, who knows? I may or may not have kids. I don't know. I'm open either way. I'm not bothered. If I get pregnant, I get pregnant. If I don't, I don't. I'm not planning one way or the other. Hey, Feridian. Hello, my lovely. Our parents fucked us up for sure. And it's through a lack of education, and it's not their fault, right? We mustn't blame them. They just didn't know. They didn't know. But now we do. We know better. So it gives us a significant advantage when it comes to our generation, being parents. I specifically remember whenever my mom was planning on having a yard sale, she would constantly let me go through my things and get rid of whatever I felt like getting rid of, and also with the things she thought I no longer needed to have. This is so relatable. The amount of times when I would see literally my childhood, youth years of things that I had so much attachment to basically going to shit because I couldn't have it anymore. And almost every time it was I dreaded yard sales. I used to hide shit from my mother. I used to hide stuff. And she would ask me, where's that cuddly toy, or like, where's that toy or whatever? And I'd be like, oh, I don't know. And I fucking knew damn well where it was. I just didn't want to part with it, and I used to fucking hide shit from her. It didn't always work, but that's very, very relatable. My mother was a menace, and would. She had an idea as to what I should be, and as soon as I wasn't that thing, she didn't want to know anymore. We do the best with what we know, and when we know better, we do better, as long as we keep learning and listening. Absolutely, Winter. We just need to stay open, right? We just need to stay open and hold that space for new things to come. Fuck, I really want to continue this conversation. I really do. But I have to end the stream. I'm so sorry, you guys. I've got things to do. I'm so sorry. But we will more than likely be back tomorrow for another stream. It's dinner time, among other things, yeah. Vibe dump. Not at all, Winter, not at all. Amber, right, my love, could I please do this for you another time? And I'll keep it in the queue for you. I've just run out of time now. I'm so sorry. I've got Caden and I've got Amber in the queue. And next time we meet, we cross paths, I will do your reading for you. Really fucking sorry that I can't just do it for you now. I just don't have enough time. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But I promise I'll keep you in the queue, okay? So I'll do it for you next time. Let's see if there's anyone we can raid. Is it possible we could do it via Discord video? I'm sorry, my lovely. I just don't do readings that way anymore. Right. I'll tell you what. I'll bash it out mega quick. Okay, mega quick. Right. Yeah, I don't do live video readings anymore because it's just not practical. But I record full readings, but for vibe checks, I only ever do those on stream. Yes. Okay. Choose a deck. 1, 2, or 3. I can't see this card very well. Oh, there we go. 1, 2, or 3. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to rush through this reading. I'm sorry, unless you want to wait, in which case I can give it the time and dedication. What did I say? 1, 2, or 3. 3. That it deserves. But for now, I should have ended the stream like 20 minutes ago. Right. I remember soul plan, fated life versus the destiny life. Christ, it's difficult to do a reading when I'm in a rush. Forgive me, right, this is going to be exceptionally short and sweet. I feel that you're shifting out of an energy of I'm what's the words? I'm doomed, right? I'm stuck and I'm doomed. I feel like you're shifting out of that and more into I'm in control of where I am headed. I think you're starting to understand that the outcome's the same either way. It's just that you're beginning... It's funny, we were asked that question earlier by somebody about free will. Is there such a thing as free will? Excuse me. I feel that you found yours, Amber, and you are beginning to exercise it, knowing that it's not going to throw you off course. It's more a case of I feel like you're recognising that the destination's the destination no matter what, but you do have the freedom and the choice to get there however you see fit. There is not only one path to where you're going. There are multiple paths and you can forge new ones as well. This I remember sentiment I feel is speaking to you're being reminded that as a soul you create at will. You create at will. Where you have the will, there is a way to create. And the destination that we speak of here is the ultimate goal for your soul here in this particular lifetime. So I feel that you're being reminded of that through synchronicities in your day-to-day. I feel like some of it is, I feel like most of it is unconscious, but it's still leading you to the same revelation either way, which will later become conscious. Some of it's conscious. What we're talking about right now is conscious, right? And I feel that perhaps this reading in a way is bringing some of that latent kind of memory to the surface, that you are absolutely in control of your journey. You're not in control of the destination. None of us are. That's soul contract stuff for you. It's just the way it is. And you are aware, and are becoming more and more aware, that you can get to that point however you see fit. Like I said, short and sweet, because I really need to wrap up the stream now. I hope that makes sense to you, my love. As always, I'm available for private readings if you want to dig into that energy a little bit more and see what's up. Just message me on Discord. There's a little price list just down below for anyone who wants a private reading. And I'll just put this out there quick before I go. For the whole of the month of February, so we're already 2 weeks in, we've got another couple of weeks left to go. I'm offering twin flame readings where we look at divine masculine and divine feminine energies for the heart space, mental space and physical space. Have a little look at your connection with your divine counterpart. It's only £11 for the rest of this month. They're normally £33, but I'm doing them for £11. 11 being the twin flame number. It's 11. If you're interested in that, send me a message on Discord. Thank you, Oz. Join the Discord if you're not in there already, and send me a message on Discord if you fancy either a full reading or a twin flame reading. Grab the bargain. Right, we aren't going to raid because I was thinking that we would raid Christian, but he's just gone offline. Never mind. I plan on getting the American Dream someday, and I'm sticking to it. Yeah, go for it, Amber. Anything that you desire is possible. It is. It is. You need to have the will, and where the will is present, there will be a way revealed. So yes. Whoops. Yes, so sorry, we're not going to raid anybody. There's no one around to raid, and I'm sorry, I'm just like, and then I'm going to leave. But gotta go. Love you guys. Love you. See you in the next one, probably tomorrow. Keep an eye out on the Discord, and I'll post the link in there when we go live. So yes, love you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. You are valued. Fucking my brain's gone dead. You are valued. You are important. And anything that you desire is possible. Remember this. I will see you in the next one, you guys.